All right, so this is all well and good if you want to calculate the area to either side of a single x value. Um, but sometimes what you'll need to do is calculate the area between two values. Okay, so what would be the probability of randomly sampling one adult male that weighs between 168 pounds and 195? So between 168 and 195. So if we could calculate that area, that would give us the probability that we need. And so what's neat about the calculator is, you couldn't just look at this and guess it. Okay, good luck with that. But you can put in these exact values, and then the calculator will give you an exact answer, right? And of course, we can do it with both Texas Instruments and the NumWorks calculator at the same time. And it doesn't really take much more effort to do that. But let's go ahead and do it. So let's say we were going to find the area between 168 and 195. We need to use the normal CDF function here. So let's do that with both calculators. Okay, we'll just go ahead and do Texas Instruments first. So we want to use normal CDF. So actually, no, we'll do it on, let's do NumWorks first because it'll give a picture we can use to help us with the Texas Instruments. So we'll go to the Distributions app, click OK, go down to the normal distribution. Okay, we have a mean of 190 and a standard deviation of 10. So that's not changed from last time. Now, what we want is we want to choose the area. So select this little area drop down, and we want this middle option, which is the area in between. So we want the area in between two values. And notice that it changes the inequality. It's now a compound inequality here inside of our probability. So we're looking for values of x that are greater than this number, but less than that number. Okay. And so the two values we want to put in there is we want a value of x that's greater than 168, but less than 195. And as soon as we hit enter, it's going to give us the area here off to the right. And it also shades it in, and it shows us that it's returning this area between 168 on the left to 195 on the right. Okay, we got 0.6775. Let's see here, that's maybe being cut off. Yeah, there's some more values there off to the side. Okay. Um, so let's do this on the Texas Instruments. So we want to use normal CDF. So we need to use the distribution functions. So second bars, go down to normal CDF, hit enter. Now the lower bound is this number of 168 because this area isn't going to negative infinity. It's stopping at 168. So the left-hand side of the area stops at 168. So the lower bound over here is going to be 168. The upper bound, okay, is going to be where the area stops on the right. On the upper side, that was 195, with a mean of 190 and a standard deviation of 10. So we'll hit paste and enter, and you can see it's giving us the same answer, 0.677559, which is what we have on the NumWorks calculator as well. So the probability of randomly sampling an adult male with a weight between 168 and 195 pounds would be about 68%. Okay, that's the probability. So probability, again, is equal to area. And, we could check some other probabilities. What's the probability of getting a weight between 184 and 207? Okay, 68.1. So almost the same, just a little different. And again, we could do the same thing on the Texas Instruments. Go back to the distributions functions and put 184 and 207. Paste. There we go. Same answer. And so what these calculators can do is really pretty cool. We can do this other 192 and 198. Can narrow that down. And that's about a 21% chance. Okay. So that's how we can use the Texas Instruments and the NumWorks calculators to give us probabilities, either below or above a certain value of X or between two values of X. All right, next we'll see some examples about how we use this to solve or figure out some problems. But for now, let me know if you have any questions.